Hello, I'm Mickey and welcome to my channel. Today's video is about a time where I was kind of young and awkward, around 7th, 8th grade, 13, 14-year-old territory, and I was not prepared to say the least. So, let's get into the story. I was once friends with this girl, and for all intents purpose of privacy, I will be changing the actual names of the people in this video. The girl's name for today, my friend, is Amy. Amy was a type of girl that was everybody wanted to be her friend or like be around her. I met her in church of all places, and the reason why I said that was because Amy was the type of girl who was sexually overt. Like, she was overly sexy, and mind you, like I said, she was like around my age, 13, 14 years old, and back in 2007 and 8, 13 and 14-year-olds were not a sexy, like, from where, at least where I lived. But this girl, she was just like mature, sexually mature. And it's like, I feel like at that time, she would put a grown woman and a man, she'll make them blush. Like, I'm so serious. This girl was so sexual at a young age, and I was like, wow, what is up with you? But for some reason, I just had to be her friend. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but I just absolutely just had to be her friend. One day, I was hanging out with her, and we was chilling for a while, and then she had the idea of wanting to hang out with her other friend, Claudia. Claudia is not really the main focus of this video, but the reason why she's even mentioned is because a lot of the stuff that's happens in this video is either like around her house, like, or like around her neighborhood. So that's the only reason why this girl is even being brought up. We went to her house, and by the way, she lives in a house. Like, my mom is a single mother, and I thought where we lived was a big old house, but this girl, her parents are rich or something, because they lived in like one of the biggest houses I've ever seen. Like, it was huge. Like, I swear, like 3, 4, or 5 houses can like fit into the house. It was so huge. And the whole neighborhood was really nice. Like, it was like a really nice, like, affluent neighborhood. So we all was at her house, just chilling, doing what 13, 14-year-olds do, like gossip, talk about boys, like just random stuff. Like, you know, like we don't go to school together, so it's not like we had to talk about like school or whatever, but we just mostly knew each other from church, so we just gossiped about what we knew, you know, was going on in church. And I was like, out of all 3 of us, really, I was like probably like the screech of the group, like the lame one, because I was never that girl that was always wanted to be like friends with people at the church anyway. So like, I was that good girl that wanted bad friends, like, if that makes sense. Like, it's how I've always been. Like, I've always wanted my friend to be a little bit more like you know, like that bad chick, you know. But anyways, I digress. We was all Claudia's house chilling, doing what 13, 14-year-olds do, and then after a couple hours later, the doorbell rings. It was 2 boys, and some backstory, I guess I didn't say it earlier, but if it's important to some people, Claudia, Amy are black girls, just like me. Amy is like Haitian, just like me. I'm Haitian Dominican, and she's Haitian just like me. So I don't remember. I think Claudia is also Haitian, so I think all of us are Haitian. And then the 2 boys that came over were white, and they were brothers. And then the names we're gonna give them is Ron and John. I don't know why, but that's what we're gonna do. Ron and John were same but different. And what I mean by that is personality wise, they both were the cigarette smoking, I'm trying to be a bad boy and be cool at the same time type of personality, you know? And it's so funny because John was like the hot one, and he was like so like, and the thing is, I'm not I don't know, like because you know there's like every race there's always like a hot guy type version of them, and there's like an ugly version too. Like that's literally what it was. Like John was so hot, like he was so freaking sexy to me, and Ron was just like not. Like he was fat, nasty, acne all over his face, bad breath, yellow gunky teeth. And it's so funny because John smokes cigarettes too. They do everything. They drink beer together. They're like best friends, and they're like half brothers, really. And literally, John was like perfect, and his brother was just not. Like he was just not the ticket. And so, literally, like it was just crazy because it's funny how when a girl sees a hot guy, like she's goes crazy, but if an ugly guy does the same thing, she's like, oh my god, he's a creep, get away from me. Like that's exactly how I felt with both of them. Like, oh, you're hot, okay, you can tell me anything. Oh, your brother, because they were both flirting with all three of us. Like whoever was talking to who, like the boys were flirting. Like they did not care. They was just flirting, and I think they was trying to get somebody I don't know. But anyways, soon after, one of the guys, I don't remember who, but I think it was John, mentioned, hey, do you guys want to like break into some houses and everything? And mind you, I've never done that before up until this night, and I've never done that again. So I'm not like a person that just like breaks into houses, but like I guess that night, I guess I just wanted to fit in, I guess. So I decided, okay, like I'll break into some houses with you. Amy was like, yeah, of course. She was about that life. She definitely wanted to hang out with the boys, and particularly John, which I don't blame her. And Claudia was not about that life. She was the smart one, and she was like, y'all can go, and when y'all are done, y'all can come back. But she was not about that life. Okay, by the time Amy and I and Ron and John decided to leave Claudia's house, it was starting to get dark outside. It wasn't like super dark yet, but you know that in between transition where it's like it's not light, but it kind of is light outside, but it's not. Like dawn, that's the word I'm looking for, dawn. It was like about to be dark. So we're looking for some houses. Well, not Amy or I, we were just following Ron and John because they seemed like they were pros at this. And like I said, this was like a nice community, a nice neighborhood, a lot of houses. And I think it was a new up and coming community at the time too, because they did have like a lot of houses that were vacant. So, we followed them into one house, which was really big. It was really nice, and literally we all like acted a fool in there. Like we was having a fun time, like just going to every room, acting stupid, playing movies, like music. They were smoking their cigarettes. Even Amy was smoking, which I was shocked because I would never have guessed that she would smoke. But then you can't really judge people. I didn't smoke because I was never into cigarettes. I never wanted to smoke, so I didn't smoke. But I was just there, just happy to be there. Like we was having a ball. But then at one point, I've noticed that Ron was talking to Amy, and she was just like laughing, and she was like, okay. And me not thinking of it, I went to John. And I just started talking to him and see what he was about, because I really thought like John was cute, and I'm not the type of girl that would like flirt with a guy or hit on a guy first, even especially back then, because I was like a super shy, like nervous wreck. But I didn't know him, so I think at that moment I had like grew like more balls than I should have, and I was like talking to him or whatever, and then, like he was flirting with me back, obviously, but because I feel like that boy is just looking back at it, that boy's type of boy that would just flirt with, like just flirt for girls and use his cuteness for evil. Like I can definitely see that about him. But anyways, but who cares? I've never seen him or his brother ever again. But anyways, we went upstairs, and then I noticed that Amy and John was going in one direction, and I see Ron heading towards my way. Girl, like literally when he came towards me, I was just like, oh my god, what's going on, what's happening, what's going on, what's happening, what's going on, what's happening. Like I literally started backing up, and he's literally starting to like walk up towards me, and I'm literally like backing up, like what are you doing? And then he literally says, do you like white boys? And I didn't get a chance to answer that question. And then he stuck his nasty, mucusy tongue down my throat. And I'm literally like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, what is he doing? And I'm literally trying to push him off of me, and I couldn't do that because he was so fucking big and stronger than me. Like, he was just like, oh God. I was just like, oh my God, because it was so fucking disgusting. Like, that was like one of the worst kiss I've ever had, like had my whole life. Like, that's literally the worst kiss I've ever had in my whole life. If I really had to think about it, that was the worst, because I'm literally like, because like his tongue and his it was so fucking disgusting. Like, I literally was like, this is never gonna happen again. Like, this is never, like, this is disgusting. Like, what are you doing? I don't know you. Like, that's all the things that are running through my mind. I was so upset. I was so mad. And then out of nowhere, it was kind of a saving grace. I see like police light flashes. Flashes through the bathroom, and then he tells me to get down. So I literally get down to the ground. He gets down to the ground with me. We crawled to the next room to where Amy and John was at. Literally, Amy and John were like in the other corner, so I crawled over to her and whispered in her ear, he raped me in my mouth. And she looked at me and was like, what? And I was like, he stuck his nasty, mucusy tongue down my throat. He raped me in my mouth. And then she just starts to chuckle and laugh. And she was like, okay, like, are you okay, sis? Like, are you all right? And I was like, no, this was still whispering in her ear, no, like, he, like, this is fucking disgusting. His tongue's, like, it was nasty. It was just like, it was gross, and I was not expected, trying to give her the rundown, and she's like, okay. Then she told me to be quiet and get myself together. So we all, like, literally was down for a minute because we wanted to make sure whoever was out there was gone. We was not up, like, we was low to the ground. And luckily the police never came inside. They was just flashing the lights to see if somebody was in there. So some dick called the police on us. But thank God, like I said, thank God the police never came inside, because having a record would not look cute on me, boo. So anyways, as we lay down, I think we waited for like 10-15 minutes extra, just lay down to the ground, not doing anything. And then we literally got up and went out back. Like, we went downstairs to the back door to get out. We was not trying to leave out the front entrance. Not a smart idea. We leave, and we decided to disperse and just call it a night, and like, let's go back to Claudia's house. Ron, John, you can go home. Let's not see you ever again. So as we was walking away, Amy's dumb ass literally turns around and says, "Hey, you better stop raping girls in the mouth, you heard?" And I literally looked at this girl and was like, why would you do that? Like, why? Like, I've never felt, that's just, like, all in one night. Like, that's even more embarrassing. One, like, I'm embarrassed that this nigga literally stuck his nasty, mucusy tongue down my throat, and now you gotta, like, tell the guy, don't do it again. Like, I was so, and the guy literally just, Vaughn, literally just looked at us like, what are you fucking talking about, bitch? Like, he literally didn't say anything. Like, he just looked at us like it was crazy. So I didn't say anything. Like, I just walked away. Like, I literally just walked back to Claudia's house and just pulled her along with me. Like, shut up. Like, girl, shut up. Like, let me go. Like, it was so embarrassing. And I don't even think we told Claudia. I think we did. We did tell Claudia, and she was laughing. They were all laughing at me. It was one of the worst experiences. I wish John was the one that kissed me. And it's funny that I said that because I don't even like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna say that. But, yeah. So it was an awkward moment for me. But if you like the story, my story time, a little story time, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like more videos, let me know. And if you would like to give me any suggestions, let me know. Well, thanks.